Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new Fox Recon Gore-Tex jacket. So Fox introduced 3 new adventure options within their line, aimed at those putting just as much miles down on the tarmac as they are the trails. And the Recon in their line is going to be the top echelon of what they're currently offering. They're bringing all the name brand materials to the equation. They got Super Fabric, Gore 3-layer Pro, main construction. You got D3O, so they're really throwing the gamut at this new adventure line. And I like what they're doing with the Recon. There's a few things I'd like to fix about it in the next iteration. I'd love to see Fox update in the next iteration, and I'll talk about that in just a sec. But this is going to be the top echelon within their line. When you're looking down from there, you're looking at the Defend, and then they also have the Ranger as the entry-level price point. The Fox Recon is going to combine a lot of the features between the two, bringing a lot of versatility from the Defend and a lot of the single-layer fabrics and style from the Ranger. So I like that they're combining it in an overall sleek-looking off-road jacket. So, before I get too long-winded though on the features, the materials, and walking you through this jacket, let's talk about the overall fit. I have Norman on my left. He is 6'3", 220 pounds with a 44-inch chest, currently wearing a size large. Just like we saw with the other two in the line, that is a full size down from what the size chart recommends for a 44. So if you are getting those measurements, referencing that size chart, go ahead and go one full size down when it comes to the jacket. And it's got plenty of stretch, plenty of movement all the way throughout. That it's going to be a great fit, especially when you're riding around on the bike and you're getting a lot of movement out there on the trails. It's going to be something that moves with you a ton. I mentioned it's got the top echelon. It's going to come in at that $950 price point. Comes in sizes ranging from small to 3 extra large, and comes in 2 colorways, all black, and then this really sweet khaki and black option that you see on Norman to my left. So let's break down the main construction throughout. So the entire construction is going to be a Gore-Tex 3-layer Pro main construction with stretch all the way throughout. So everything that you're seeing is Gore 3-layer stretch all the way throughout. It's going to be laminated waterproof, and it's going to move with the body. So I like that they're using the top material available from Gore-Tex, especially in their now Apex option within the line. Up at the collar, it's just going to be a simple zipper closure up at the collar with neoprene wrapping all the way around, and you do have a pull cord at the back if you want to cinch that collar in a little bit there. Looking at the shoulders, that's where you're going to get into the 600 denier level super fabric covering the outer shoulders as well as the elbows, which I'll talk about in a second. But I like that they split it. It allows a little bit more movement in the arm and the range of motion, which allows for movement on the ADV bike. Again, adventure riding is a very aggressive off-road experience, so you want to make sure you have as much movement as possible. Underneath of that super fabric, you are getting D3O CE level 2 LP2 armor. It's very malleable. It's a little bit thicker than the CE level 1, but it's adding that extra layer of protection. You get that at the shoulder as well as an adjustable option at the elbow. You also have a CE level 1 D3O Viper back protector included and an overall CE level A abrasion rating for the jacket. Those are the 2 things I would love to see, Fox, if you're listening, updated in the next edition. I'd love to see instead of CEA, love to see it to be AA, and I'd love to see a double CE level 2 back protector included as well. That's just the 2 things at this price point I think we should expect as customers, as consumers, seeing it come within that price range, giving us the top features out there. Going down the outer shoulder and into the sleeve, I want to point out this is all reflective running down the entire length of the sleeve, and I like that they tastefully hit it underneath of there. You also get the super fabric at the outer elbow and a nice pre-curve just to design for that riding position. I like that Fox included that in there as well. Velcro cuff closure down at the base, and if we run up to the front, you do have 2 storage pockets to each side of the main zipper entry, and then behind the main zipper entry is going to be a hidden vent that you can actually open up running down the entire main zipper, which I'll show you in just a second when we open it up. But I just want to let you know that you do have direct ventilation running through, and then 2 hand warmer pockets to each side of the lower torso. Norm, you can go ahead and turn to the side and hit that riding position for me. One thing that you can see underneath here is that it does have an armpit vent that'll run here, allowing a little bit more hot air to escape from the jacket. It is still going to be waterproof, and again, this is all Gore stretch running down the entire side with a cinch cord down at the base should you need to pull in those cinch cords. That Gore stretch also runs up to the shoulder area, as well as I can give you a good glimpse of the massive ventilation panels running down the side of the back, just again helping expel all that hot air from inside the jacket. You can go ahead and turn to the back for me. Up at the top of the spine, I talked about it earlier, you do have that cinch cord up here should you need to cinch in the collar. If it's raining out there, you want to make sure that there's no gaps around your neck, so you can go ahead and cinch that in. full gore stretch main construction. Over top of the flaps on this one, you do have a little bit of reflective, and I like that they color matched it, as well as just the massive ventilation panels coming down the entire back with a drop seat at the lower portion of the back as well. You can go ahead and turn to the front for me. Let's take a look at that rally flap that I was mentioning earlier. So you can see it just behind the main zipper entry is this huge flap, and if we unzip it, all the way down the front, it will fold away so that the main zipper then turns into a direct vent over top. This is actually going to match up with the other side when closed, so you have a massive vent running up the entire chest. Love that they added that in there. We've seen a few other brands add that feature in. I love that Fox is including it, especially in their top two in the Defend and the Recon. You can see here just how it snaps away when not in use, so it's not going to be clogging up the zipper or anything like that. You can go ahead and just snap it away, and then you get a good glimpse at that Gore 3-layer Pro main construction on the interior. Again, it is seam sealed. It is entirely waterproof. Gore is guaranteed waterproof for the life of the garment. You get some stash pockets on each side, the cinch cord, and then some connector zippers to connect up to the matching set of pants. You can go ahead and zip that up for me. But there you have it. That is going to be the top echelon within Fox's line. This is the new Recon, which is going to be the top option that they have for adventure riders out there. You got Super Fabric, you got Gore, you got D3O. They really went out there and grabbed some of the biggest names in the market and built a jacket around it. Really dig the styling on this one. I just wish at this price point we were getting that AA as well as CE Level 2 back protector included. But if you have any other questions, click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about the all-new Recon. If you still have questions after that, if you're trying to figure out which one's right for you, the Recon, the Defend, or the Ranger, or if you just have questions on sizing, give our customer service team a call. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining Norman and I and checking out the all-new Fox Recon Gore-Tex jacket. I'm Pat, and I'll see you in the next video.